Heavy clouds fill the sky, and thunder rumbles low and ominous. A single line appears on the screen. Some heroes don't disappear. They wait until they are needed again. Soft, cinematic music begins to rise, with the faint hum of aircraft engines underneath. We see a quiet town in the early evening light. The streets are calm beneath the brooding sky. A woman in her late 30s, a line across, steps out of her car with groceries. She looks ordinary, tired, maybe a little invisible. Nothing about her seems remarkable, but her eyes tell a different story. They hold memories much older than this peaceful place, memories of danger, speed, and fire. Once, she was someone very different. For over a decade, Alina has lived a normal life. To her neighbors, she's just Alana, quiet, kind, and helpful. To the kids on the street, she's the one who fixes their broken bikes. She smiles softly and never draws attention to herself. No one knows what she used to be. No one knows she once ruled the skies. Years ago, Alina was among the best fighter pilots ever trained. She was elite, precise, fearless. Her call sign was Valkyrie, a name that carried immense weight and respect. But that name was buried, along with her past. 12 years ago, one mission changed everything. After that, Alina walked away from the cockpit, promising herself she would never fly again. And she kept that promise. The nights are the hardest. When the world sleeps, her mind wakes up. She dreams of roaring engines and sharp turns through thick clouds. Voices on the radio still call for help. She always dreams of the mission that made her quit. The details never fade. The fear never leaves. Tonight, however, feels different. She's at the sink, washing dishes, the TV murmuring news and weather in the background. Suddenly, an emergency alert cuts through the noise. The reporter's voice is sharp with urgency. Military officials have confirmed an aircraft emergency over the Pacific. A fighter jet on a training exercise has lost all communication. The words hit her harder than expected. Alina freezes, and a plate slips from her hand, cracking on the floor. She barely hears the reporter continue. Her focus drifts to an old radio on the kitchen counter, dusty. Forgotten, a piece of her past she swore she'd never touch again. And then, it crackles to life. Static fills the room. A voice breaks through the noise. "Mayday, this is Reaper." The voice reports engine failure, a complete loss of control. Elena's breath catches. She knows that voice. It belongs to Captain Jace Monroe, a pilot she once trained, someone she promised she would always watch over. Tears well up in her eyes as the transmission continues. For 12 years, she ran from who she was. But tonight, Valkyrie is being called. Without hesitation, Alina grabs her keys. She drives fast, the familiar roads blurring past her. Every mile pulls her closer to a place she swore she'd never see again, the airbase. At the gate, guards stare in confusion as she steps out and hands over an old, expired ID card. But the name still carries weight. Captain Elena Cross. Call sign, Valkyrie. The guards exchange glances, whisper, and slowly, the gates begin to open. Silence follows her inside the hangar, where rows of fighter jets rest in the shadows, cold, powerful, waiting. Alina walks forward, her hand touching the cool metal of an aircraft she once flew. Memories rush back all at once. Training, missions, victories, and loss. Suddenly, everything moves fast. Mechanics scramble and engines are prepped. Lights flash across the hangar. For the first time in 12 years, Alina pulls on a flight suit. Her hands shake at first, then they steady. The helmet slides on smoothly, the visor dropping into place. Valkyrie has returned. Engines ignite with a violent roar. The jet rolls forward and launches into the night sky, tearing through the clouds as she climbs. Her voice fills the radio. calm and authoritative. "Reaper, this is Valkyrie." She tells him to stay with her, promising she has him. There's a pause on the line, then a weak laugh breaks through. "I was hoping it was you," Jace says. Ahead, smoke trails through the storm as his aircraft spirals downward toward the waiting ocean. Alina moves with calm precision, guiding him, coaching him, fighting the storm right alongside him. Her voice never breaks. Every word is steady. "Breathe, follow my words. Trust me." The final moment arrives. Ejection is initiated. A parachute blooms in the dark sky just as the aircraft vanishes into the sea below. Jace is alive. Rescue teams arrive quickly. As he's lifted into the helicopter, he looks up, his voice filled with gratitude as he speaks her name. "Thank you, Valkyrie." Alina banks her jet away silently. No reply is needed. The mission is complete. The storm begins to fade. Her past is no longer hidden, and she's no longer afraid of who she is. Some stories aren't meant to stay buried. Some heroes don't retire, they wait. They endure, and when the call comes, they answer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.